just when you thought it was safe to walk in the fields here at Guiding Green Thumbs. What do we have here? Surprise, surprise. She can't talk and think at the same time, folks, but as you can see, dreams do come true. They can happen to you and your bank account. So no more complaining. Looks like the wife finally got her tractor. Don't forget you have an attachment on that thing.
I lifted it, I know.
So how does it feel?
I don't know. It's overwhelming, to be honest. Pretty overwhelming.
You look good. So what are you going to show us?
I'm going to show you a brush off.
All right. Watch out for your kids.
I got to put this back up, though.
Are you paying attention, Blake? I'm sure you'll be driving that thing around.
Right after seeing so.
Nah,
Mom said so. You can't say no.
there must be an age limit. I can't buy the kid a quad, but he can drive a tractor.
Come pull that out.
How does that work?
Brian, I might need you to push this up because I can't reach it. Lift it up a little. All the way. This is in case you roll it.
Yeah. Push that thing. You're gonna have to learn how to do that yourself there, woman.
I'm in the wrong spot. It's gotta be more. Safety first.
Yeah. So who taught you how to drive this thing?
Pete.
Pete?
Pete was awesome.
What happened to Eric?
He's the salesman.
Oh,
He knows everything.
does he?
Yeah.
I'm sure he does. You're gonna have some private lessons?
He said, anytime I need help,
I'm sure.
all I have to do is give him a call.
Worst part is she's gonna have to teach me how to drive it, Blake.
Look it! Don't mess this up! Ultra low sulfur fuel only.
Why is this going in?
Yeah, I got the word on the Cub Cadet, Blake. It is DOA. All done.
I figured.
He said he found plastic in the engine. That somebody put something in the dipstick.
That wasn't me.
Well, somebody did something. I'm sure it wasn't a groundhog. Shouldn't you have a helmet on or something?
I feel like I should. I hope I did that right.
It looks good. Just don't roll it.
Where's Emma?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask before you start moving. Wow.
Look,
Back up!
I rototill. You see that strip? I rototill. You gotta be careful. He said when brush hogging, don't go like this. He said you should go up and down on that hill. Because even though this could flip, it's narrow. If that's on and it flips,
Great. I can't wait for you to teach me how to drive this tractor. Yes, she's worried about butterflies. What do you think, Blake? Are you nervous? You think your mother can handle this?
A lot of experiences with like machines.
I don't know. This girl can't even drive the lawnmower. How's she gonna drive the tractor?
I don't really know. She thinks it's hers.
It pretty much is her tractor, Blake. I'm sure you'll get plenty of hours on it. Watch your kneecaps. Looking great, babe. I'm just waiting for the bloody groundhog streak. I'm gonna have to wear a pair of green and yellow underwear. Well, she kinda is, Blake.
One thing you gotta be careful of is rocks and hard wire. He said nothing will screw your machine up more than those, like big rocks.
Operator error? Is that possible, or?
You're not allowed to touch it.
I know. When are you gonna teach me? It's my turn.
I'd rather teach Blake.
Please, I'm a natural. I already know how to ride this thing.
Every time you put hands on something new, you always end up like that.
Please, Blake.
Just like the wall behind what's on.
I didn't break it. The belt broke.
Yeah, well, everything
Yeah, but all this mulchy stuff is great for compost. This is all good greens.
Yeah, but it's like hay.
Yeah, it breaks down though.
Yeah, but doesn't it have all the seed that you're complaining about?
You gotta age it, but it's good. Alright, watch out. I'm gonna break off.
Blake, you're never getting her off that tractor.
I know.
You will never get your chance.
Oh, she missed. She missed. She's fired.
Well, she's a rookie, don't forget. There's ball hogs, and then there's brush hogs. And your mother is a brush hog. Blake, I just read the owner's manual and it said no one under the age of 13 should operate this tractor. So, hate to disappoint you. Oh, she's coming back up. She's determined. help a hitchhiker? I don't know. I'll give it a try.
It rides a lot better than those ride-on mowers. Those are the signature colors. Look what I rototilled. See this? Perfect row.
That's perfect.
Look at that. Look how hard. That's where I stopped. But that's my row.
He said, it says people under 13 is not allowed to drive a mower. I'm like, that's under John Deere policy. Not here.
Responsible 13-year-olds can drive one.
Yeah, but I'm almost 13, so I'm responsible.
We'll see.
Oh, it seemed like just the other day he was on his little John Deere.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I remember when he got his first little toy one, and I'm like, whoa. So much emotion.
So many years for the little Blakester. So your job should be running through the high grass, making sure there's no obstructions or rocks in his way. And then later I'll have to check you for ticks.
Good. Yeah, that's smart.
All right, I think it's Emma's turn.
That's fun. That's fun.
Don't try this at home or on the farm. What'd you think, buddy? Was it everything you...
Oh my god, the seat's so comfortable. It's got this dial, tells me when PTO's on it. That thing's the best.
It's great. Emma's getting up there, Blake. That's a pretty easy tractor to drive. I think even Emma could drive it.
Like when you're ready to park it, you just hit it up. It automatically goes to the float.
And so you just hit it and
that goes down. Yeah, he said don't leave it with that up because it's like, I don't know, it does something. He said you just want it to all sit nice on the ground when you're not using it. This is a little confusing, like unhooking the attachments. It's easy, but there's a lot to it when you're doing the rototiller.
This out, right?
Yeah, the pins, this part right here. So there's a 3-point hitch. It's 1, 2, and 3, and it's a little.
So you have to take this out.
I'm not getting into it right now, Blake.
Oh wait, this one, and.
No, you don't unhook that. That's the hitch. So here, 1, 2, 3. But that's for another time. I don't have the energy today.
So the reason you're not overly excited is because you've already really been with this tractor.
I am excited. I actually, the guy went through the whole thing with me, and he goes, I think he kind of knew that, like, I mean, I told him it was like the first time we ever had like a real tractor, and we're not farm people, so this is all a new experience for us. And he was like, well, he goes, let me go over some things. You know, he said some things and used some terms that I'm like, went right over my head. But I said, I learned like hands-on doing it. I said, you could probably tell me a million times, like verbally, but if I do it, so he's like, well, he's like, hop on, I'll teach you how to change the attachments. And then
he'll hop on hands-on, won't he, huh? And help you out.
And he actually helped me swap out the attachments. And he's like, do you want to use them? And I'm like, he goes, I'll show you how to use them and what RPMs you should run them at. And so we did. And I tilled up a spot and I brush hogged. And I was really grateful for that, because I think if he had just left them, I would never have known that you have to adjust the sway bars and that you have to adjust that top hitch, for the rototiller. Like, I wouldn't have understood that. I wouldn't have known to do that if he hadn't actually swapped out the attachments and showed me. So I'm really like confident that I know what I'm doing. Plus, he showed me all the stuff. He showed me where to change the oil. I have all the books. He gave me the rundown for the oil. There's no gas gauge on the dashboard, but he said don't ever let it run out of gas. He said it's a nightmare. He said a lot of them have trouble restarting and blah, blah, blah. So we always have to check the gas gauge, which is right here behind the seat.
I wonder if he gives all these fat sweat hog farmers the same type of tension.
Well, hey, for tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, I'm sure. And he also said that he's the guy that actually does the servicing at the shop. So I didn't actually just get a delivery guy. I got the guy that services them, which I could tell because he was like, be careful of this, and he showed me like how to open the hood and to be careful when we're brush hogging that the seed, which is actually happening right now, doesn't clog up the intake for the engine. He's like, that's how you screw up your engine. People come in and those are totally clogged. They don't know to clean them out. So I was grateful about that, like how to store everything when we're not using it. What else? Just like,
did he teach you how to open the hood?
Yeah. And this panel comes off when we have to do like oil changes and where to check the oil and the all that stuff. So it's just lots of filters, lots of stuff that I'm not interested in that, but I know it's necessary. He says the manual says to change oil every 400 hours. He goes, that's excessive. He goes, I would change it the first 100. He goes, and I would keep up on it. He goes, the most important thing you can do is change your oil, which is, I'm assuming, just like your vehicle. Like we do. We take pretty good care of our vehicles. So, but yeah, so, there's different levels. They make it really easy. Like all the lines and the access is very easy. I hope we do it justice. I hope it's happy here. And for some reason, I was told, maybe I researched it and they said that the buckets were not detachable, but this one is detachable. He showed me how to unhook it and hook it. So we can actually get forks. And we can actually get pallet forks if we want.
I didn't know that.
And this is actually, I asked him about an auger because in case we want to redo fencing and stuff, these right here, you don't have to buy a John Deere attachment. You actually can use these two holes right here. I don't know if there's a specific term for those. But you use that. All of this stuff comes like off, and you use that, and you can get like Tractor Supply. He said it has really good augers. You don't have to do John Deere augers. He said there's a lot of third-party manufacturers that do great for augers. So
you two have a question. Green or black?
Black.
Green or black?
Green.
Are we playing checkers?
No.
Anyway, so that's that. But he did say...
Wow, really?
Oh, yes, we did. I forgot.
Holy smokes.
We did.
Wow.
It's official. We have official John Deere gear.
And we are not sponsoring them or anything like that,
as a matter
ladies
of
and
fact,
gentlemen.
I may try it out. Oh, my hair's a wreck. It's so hot in here today.
Emma didn't come for the...
I want to see what you look like with a John Deere
it's a little
tractor.
big. Hold on, I got to adjust it.
Where's mine?
Oh, you want black or green?
Black.
Good, over here. So there it is. The long awaited, and look at my husband still is married to me. Who would have thought?
Well, you know what? I'm hoping that this is it.
Oh my God, this is actually, well, I'm sure there's other attachments I'm going to want.
I hope I no longer hear, I need.
No, I can rototill myself. I might need a little assistance getting the rotor. Oh my God, how cute. I love it.
I'll help you with any tractor.
I love it.
Yeah, trust me, if it didn't come with the rototiller attachment, you had me at rototiller attachment.
I know. Look at all this stuff. God, we have a lot of reading to do.
And we already know.
Whew.
So what are your first plans with this tractor?
I'm going to make 100-foot rows with
Can I do that?
the rototiller. I'm actually going to start prepping. I'm going to plant cover crop, and I'm going to plant rows so I have room next year to grow. I'm going to get all of those snowberries in. I'm getting the raspberries in. I'm already. I'm looking at all this stuff being brush hog. I actually want to leave this, though, the goldenrod there for the monarchs. I didn't really want to clear what we just cleared, but that's where the rows are going to go.
Mom.
I think it'd be really pretty.
I thought you would have to get off and check it from back there. All you gotta do is turn around and it tells you right there. So.
Well, Blake looks more excited than you.
Dude, I'm hot and tired. I worked 11 hours yesterday. In case you didn't know that you hadn't seen me all day yesterday.
I remember.
Yeah, it was,
I had to,
wonderful, wasn't it?
I missed you so much I had to take a nap
Yeah.
and sleep.
This is the compartment. I just can't open it.
So anyway, I'm going to. Your son has baseball tryouts, so I'd like to go. Next thing we really gotta get this hooked up. This
Yeah,
fan.
well, you got to
Even
talk.
if we can run a generator or get a battery, the solar, whatever, we gotta do it. It's starting to be,
Fat.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, there you have it,
All right,
folks.
bring me the key, Blake. I'm not leaving the key in that.
Yeah,
Look at the clouds rolling in.
baseball camp's quite.
Hopefully we don't lose the high tunnel and the tractor on the day of delivery.
Yeah, that'll be our luck.
I know, I don't know.
All right.
But I definitely would need help hooking this up because he also said, this is the jack. You need a block of wood under that. He said because it's still a little too low when we hooked it up because our land slopes down a little. So we need a block of wood under this. He said it'll just make it easier. Then we don't have to mess around when we're attaching.
So this is what's going to replace me at the farm?
Oh, it did. Did you see? I put it literally took me 5 seconds. And I mean 5 seconds. I drove and I had a freaking 5-foot row ready for you.
I wasn't impressed. I did a better job.
Oh, please. Well, he did say,
Go check.
he did say that these are meant to break up like the first foot and then you need to find rototill.
Oh, so that's where the fine print comes in with the fine rototilling.
Yes. You can set it to go even deeper, but he said, get it worked to where you need it, but if we needed more than a...
Oh my god.
Yeah, and even Dale was like, man, he goes, that's a heavy-duty rototiller.
How do the trucks hold that?
I could probably walk behind it and use it if we needed to.
Even
How does
the
that
tines,
tractor pull it?
2 tines on that is like the entire rototiller that we have in the barn. And he said, you'll probably be putting your walk-behind rototiller out for sale. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right.
Mom,
He better be right.
where's the wheels?
It doesn't go on wheels.
What?
You bring it where you want it. You lift it up on the tractor. You bring it where you want it. You turn it on, then you lower it. By the
Wait,
way,
I get it.
with this one, you turn
Mom.
it on before you lower it.
That's the RC for the
That's usually how it works.
This makes
Oh,
sense.
I actually I put it on the ground, and he goes, no, you're gonna want to lift it, turn it on, and then you put it down so you can see what depth you're going.
There was an awful lot of weird speech going on when he was teaching you how to use this tractor.
What?
Awful lot of innuendos.
The only one making innuendos is you.
No.
And if you were so worried, your ass should have been here.
Well, I was busy. Somebody's got to pay for this tractor.
I know. Oh, good. You paying?
Well,
Okay, then don't put your money where your mouth is, boy.
oh, I'm gonna.
The only one that looks like this.
Looks like your zinnias are coming up.
Look at the size of this Cosmo. It's like literally the size of my hand. Like it's the only plant that looks a little bronzy.
Stop shaking it so much. I can't see it.
Actually, there's one here. Oh, there's ladybugs on it. Thank you. Thank you.
Why? What are the ladybugs gonna do?
They eat aphids and stuff. It's good. My unicorn zinnias are just starting. Oh, I got mini blooms on my astilbes. So, yeah, a few flowers. Oh my God!
What?
Look at the stalk on my gladiolas. I didn't even know I had buds.
Oh,
Look at this. Holy cow. I didn't even know that they even had buds yet. I didn't even know they were going to bloom. I don't know if the rest of them are going to bloom.
well, we did get some rain this week,
Yeah,
so
we
it
did.
looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
you got some blooming
For
going on.
sure. I got to go check my dahlias.
What about the zinnias? You don't care?
I do. I already went through them a little bit.
You got some nice looking ones.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave them on till they get like kind of like this. See how thick and like that's what you're supposed to do. But these, I love this in multiple colors. It looks like this one's kind of like done opening, but I think people are saying the more you grow them, like the longer they're out and the longer you leave them, the more impressive they are. I don't know if that's $20 a seed pack impressive, but we'll see. The season is early.
I'm kind of impressed. If it's 20 bucks a seed pack, I like it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think only Florette can get away with it. The dahlias are just starting to perk up. I got to get my fencing in, or my corralling here in. Look at this guy. Wow, is that not gorgeous? That is KA's cardinal. Pretty, pretty. They're now starting to bloom without a problem. Night silence needs some food. That's why the leaves look like that. It has dark foliage, but At least they're growing. And that's purple haze. So we'll see. Bella Luna. Beautiful. Look at this guy. Beautiful Bella Luna. I got some powdery mildew though. I'm gonna have to start managing that. See it? That white, it's gonna start blocking the sun from the leaves.
How do you manage that?
It's blocking photosynthesis, so my plant is gonna struggle. You can wash the leaves off. You can do a copper fungicide, which I'm not doing. But I'm just gonna try to clean them up and take off the really bad leaves to hope to just keep it at bay. I'm never gonna beat it, but I am gonna try to manage it as best I can.
I have some mildew remover I spray on houses,
Yeah, that'll fix the whole problem.
I guess.
Yeah. Yep, good. I don't see too many others blooming. My lavender looks amazing. Oh my God. Oh, so nice. I'm so happy I did that. See, that was a spontaneous thing. I was just like, you know what, Maddie? Let's just get fabric on this and dig. Oh, what a job. I think it was just as hot the day we put this stuff in as it is today. It's horrible. I'm literally like, I'm roasting. I think I'm like 115 degrees internal temperature right now. This is pretty though. I don't know exactly what that is. Oh, actually there's a tag. And Judy in Disguise. That was my friend Kathleen's that she gave me before she moved. Oh, my roses are starting to put up some new growth in the pots. My potatoes are toast. Oh, it's hot. I gotta get out of the sun. I'm dying.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, looks like we had a lot going on here this week.
A lot.
Roof is done. Door is done.
Bees are back in the siding. God, yellow jackets are relentless.
Well, they're busy bees.
There are busy bees. Lots of busy bees around here. So good thing I know a painter. So this is gonna get a nice stain job. And the roof is done. We do have to do another eave like this one, like another little ladder eave on that side, but that's coming. We got to add the little battens on this side just for decoration and to keep those bees out of there. And the door got hung. And I'm glad we went with the slider because as the guy who built it reminded me, we do live in New York and we do get snow. And in the winter, if we have to get in here for any malfunctions or whatever, it's a lot easier to slide the door over than it is to shovel and open the door out. So, and I like the way it looks. Like, I like having one big door. So, he built it. I'm thrilled. I love it. I like the way the whole thing looks. We have a nice little end wall now so we can actually secure it and lock it up. Wide enough to fit the tractor. And this side of this partition that was rotting out, we now have like the pressure treated wood at the bottom. And this is all going to be sided beautifully, just like the exterior part over here. So I'll have a little storefront almost where people can pick up flowers and bouquets next year, or farm produce, whatever we're doing in the high tunnel, whatever I can get to grow up there once I get the soil worked. So, you know what? A lot of progress, but this barn is not level. None of the walls are straight. There's no 90-degree angles in this thing. So, you know, he had to really work around the bowing of the walls, and he did a good job. I don't have the expertise or the knowledge to do what he did, but he made it work, and it's like, it's overwhelming. I actually, before they left, I cried. I felt kind of stupid because I was just like, you know, I'm gonna cry now. It's been a rough year, but it's been a happy year. I got the tractor, but it's so like, it's like farming is like bipolar almost. I feel like you have like these big wins and then you have these big feelings of defeat, and I don't know. It's like, it's nice to see that I'm gonna have a place to actually be able to sell from because we need to. You know, it's not like I can just sit back and kick my feet up for 10 years. I'm not sure why I'm so ambitious and I just want this to work when I don't really, I could just go get an office job from 9 to 5 and call it a day. But I like doing this. It's just definitely been, it's been not as easy as and exciting at times as I had anticipated. It's been a little rough.
Your learning curve is a U-turn.
Pretty much.
But guess what? It's turning around because the last 3 weeks you've caught up with the farm.
Yeah.
You've gotten things done.
Yeah.
Things are getting done.
Yeah.
They're going to be working on the floors next week. You know, it's just, you got your tractor.
I know. I'm like that alone. I feel like it needed a tractor. It feels complete now. Like I can move stuff out of the way. I can actually get some work done. I can rototill without you. And now that this is getting done, the electricity is happening. Like it feels like real now. Like I feel like we're actually going to be able to do what I want to do here. And it's like, that almost is overwhelming. That it's like overwhelming in a good way, because it's been so hard to even get to this point. And this is kind of where I thought I'd be like 6 months after we bought the place. And here we are 2 years later and we're just getting the door put on. And thank God for my friends. You know, they really have been a huge, I don't even know what the right word is. They just have
They're
made,
game changers.
They really are. We would be nowhere near this if it wasn't for them. Like, you know, even having an expert barn guy, you know, he doesn't have a lot of time. He's kind of retired also, and you know, I get that he can kind of work on this when he wants to, but I also am not that patient, and I can't wait as long as it would take him to probably get here. So as much as I appreciate everyone, I'm just happy to see so much progress. I really, it helps my mentality. Like it helps my emotional state. It's good for my mental health, because it can be really, it can suck. It's not like, I'm really grateful and I'm happy for what we have and what we're accomplishing, but it's like, you know, it's been a little hard. It's been a little hard for me, especially with like the home garden situation and just the amount of time it takes to get anything done when you don't know what you're doing. And as much as I can research, you know, how to help your barn and how to just build a wall and get the barn, you can't do it unless you know what you're doing. Like I really would need hands-on experience to be able to do this kind of stuff myself.
Well, sometimes you have to do it wrong to do it right with a barn. Because you can't do it right because it was done wrong. So you almost have to compromise.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're taking a lot of wrongs in this barn. You know, a lot of basically patchwork, you know, over the years, whatever they had to do to patchwork it to make it work, we're getting rid of all of that and doing it the right way. So it feels good. It's slow, but it feels like in the last week, like just this week, that almost everything now has a vision, and I feel like it's moving. Like we've been stuck, and I just feel like all of a sudden, whatever the blockage has been blown out, and now we're like making progress. Like I can see it. I can see 2025's vision and have a place to do it. So,
well, we're also done planting at this point too. So
actually, no.
What?
I got the rototiller and I have a whole bunch of rows. I'm going to do some sunflowers. Sunflowers, people love sunflowers. I'm going to do a whole bunch, put them out here for sale, try to recoup something on the season.
So is this where the tractor creates more gardens and more gardens?
Yeah, but the thing is, all I need is workable soil. I can plant seeds in no problem very quickly. And the 2 girls that I have helping me have been an absolute godsend. Like, they have helped me manage weeds and get the fabric down so that, you know, it's stuff that is not going to seed anymore and blowing around and sprouting. It's great. I feel like we're catching up. Like it's starting to happen. Like it's starting to take shape.
Well, I think we've gotten more done this year than we did last year. Think about it. You have a high tunnel now.
Yeah, I mean that really came out of nowhere.
Yeah, you
That
have
really was like. I think part of the
everything you
issue
need.
also was like not expecting to get that high tunnel, and then having to rush that, because if we didn't have to do that, where would I be right now for real? Like, we wouldn't have anything in the back except overgrown fields, and we would just now be getting this done. So it feels good. Like, we made some major progress, and I know it's happening. It's just sometimes when you're in the midst of it and things aren't going correctly, and and you're not made of money, you can't do things. I didn't realize how expensive running a farm is. Like, I feel for farmers. Like, we're doing a tiny little space, but to have to get a massive tractor and do things and prep and weed control and harvest and manage pests and have a space and market your business, and farmers don't get enough credit. So I kind of knew that, but now, like, even in the little space that I have and doing it on such a small scale, I can't imagine what they go through on a larger scale. Like, the expense that they incur has got to be insane.
And then they have to pull on udders and milk a cow. Ugh. Or kill a chicken. There's no payoff. At least with us, we get to pick a flower at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. We do. We're getting some flowers. They're starting. I don't have much going on, but I have enough. Like, it's August, so I feel like we're starting now. Like, after Labor Day, we're going to start taking that turn into fall and winter. So I feel like we're getting stuff wrapped up, and we already have enough set up for 2025. Like, I can't wait till the inside of this little area is sided with the wood. I think it's going to be so pretty in here. Not pretty, but like charming and rustic. And I can't wait to like sort of market it and display, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to do all that. Because it's going to be my own little flower nook.
I can't wait either. Just can't.
Yeah.
Let's do it now.
No, we got a few things. We got a few things to sturdy up yet. But I can't wait. I think, holy cow. I mean, they built this in literally like half an hour. I came back with 2 loads with the tractor and the bucket, and it was already built.
They make a good team. They're kind of just like us.
Oh, I know. They holler and curse at each other. And
I know. People think our banter's bad. Holy smokes.
At the end of the day, we go home and we're fine. Like, you know what? I feel like I don't know. I feel like all couples that have been together long enough, like, you kind of know. You kind of, like, you work together for a good amount, and then, you just expect the other person to know what to do, even if you say what to do and they have no idea what you're talking about. And, yeah. You give them a little what for every once and again. But
yeah, they definitely.
It's hard for me to see today. Like, my eyes are like really sensitive to the light, and I don't have my sunglasses, so it's hard for me to like even.
It's hard for you to see because things are looking bright.
You're clever. You're clever.
So.
Anyway, so let's get this closed up.
Yes, honey, close her up. I want to see.
This locked up.
Another door closed.
And maybe a little bit. Okay. But at least we have some guides on there, and we'll have the lock and all that good stuff. And it's not finished, but it's finished enough for me.
All right. Thanks, honey.
Yep.